All right, let's go ahead and let people know that we are live. We're live a little earlier than usual. Let's also get some music started. How you doing, guys? How you doing?
What if you could learn more about...
I got targeted by my own ass. Hey, Corn Army, welcome, welcome. I am back, guys. I am back. Let's go ahead and let people kind of join in while I'm rallying some forts. See if we can get everyone in here before we get started. Jess, bro, remember this monetization password. The password is don't do weird contents. Tough. That's quite good timing. Just entered channel, saw you live. Hey yo, that was a perfect timing for you, my friend. All right, so we're gonna do a lot of different stuff. First things first, I'm gonna do Esmeralda's prayer, and then if we have gems left over, we'll also do some armor reveal thyself event. Obviously, you guys know that I need some transmutation stones, guys. So we'll see. At the very least, I'll try to make it to like 200. But we'll see. How's your marches looking right now? My marches are fine, I think. It's just yeah, so these are my marches. My Achilles, Subutai, looking sexy as usual. Now I'm gonna try to reroll this one right here, so I don't have to keep using the 7.9% all damage set, right? And if I get lucky, there's a possibility that I'll even get higher defense than what I had before. Alright? And then my second cavalry set is good. I just need to pull for special inscription over here so I can be done with the second one. With full special inscriptions, guys. For the first and second set. And as you guys saw on the other day, I did work on my Sun Tzu by upgrading to Pincer 2.0. Conversion stones were kind of ripped, but it is what it is. And then my Qin Shi Huang looks like this, right? I do have my 5th March, which is Gajamada, but like he's a specialty unit, as you guys know. I mean, his stat is not bad at all, but it's not amazing by any means, so. Have a fantastic stream, friend. Hey, thank you so much, Nikki Red. Corn Army, would you recommend making a 3rd cap march? I'm actually thinking about it, personally. I've been working on maxing out my gear, but I feel like making another set will be nicer. Yeah, so I am thinking about it personally, too. I'm thinking about it personally. The reason why I'm thinking about 3 cavalry marches is because, like, you know, first of all, unless you're a mega whale, right? Unless you get like every mountain warfare packages that are possible, you have to focus on one troop type, right? You have to focus on one troop type. For me, that's going to be cavalry always, because obviously I'm a rally garrison lead. And if I'm going to do that, maybe even if I add like Jodamar Prime with Philip for buffing marsh, I feel like that will be worth it, no? You're running 1 archer, 1 infantry, 2 calves right now? Yeah, so that's something that I'm thinking about doing. Sunmin, Dr. Chop, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I am back. Alright, it looks like we have enough people, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music real quick. Yo, did you see the crazy KVK2? I've been watching their streams very, very much. So, and it looks like they're not even done yet, right? So, hey, I hope I hope some of them actually do win. I don't know which side to vote vouch for, either Mafu's side or Chasky's side. Both of those creators are my favorites, right? Those are my favorite content creators for Rise of Kingdoms right now, so yeah, it's tough for me to choose and vouch for each one. One or the other, right? And then obviously it's interesting, guys. It's interesting. I feel like Arthur Ivan, Attila David, and Achilles GG. Yeah, so I think that might be a good play. Arthur Ivan, Attila David, and Achilles GG, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a good play. Personally, that's what I was thinking if I was going to 3 March with Delta Sis. But if not, then we'll have to think about it, right? Alright, let's go ahead and guess some. Alright. What's going on? Welcome back. Shamusi Gaming here, and today, as you guys can see here on the live stream title, as well as the title of the video, most likely, I got remonetized, guys. I got remonetized. That means that I was missing out on so much money that I could have been spending for Rise of Kingdoms for the past 3 months. You guys know this. Now, it just happens to be that the day that I actually do finish all the quests that I can get all the free Esmeralda's Wishing coins, I did get remonetized. So as a celebration, I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of money to get this finished up. I did miss out like a noob on the arms training. So I am missing some coins, free coins that I should have gotten, which is kind of a rip. I thought it lasted another day, to be really honest with you. But that's basically what happened. Let's just go ahead and get this started, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get the Weaver's Gift. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get up to $50 worth of this. And then with the gems, if you're lucky, we'll go ahead and try to finish this earlier than it needs to be, right? Because for you to hit like all 90, that's just absurd, right? I think I can get luckier than that, right? Or so I say. And then I'm just going to go ahead and spin all of this and gem little by little until I basically minimize the gem spending needed for me to actually finish this event, right? And then after that, with the leftover money, or gems, I will say, I'm going to go ahead and do Armor Reveal Thyself event. And as you guys know, I am in a dire need for transmutation stones. And you guys can see here, like, I need to replace my current butterfly effect, which is, by the way, is really, really good. 3.3%, 3.3% defense and attack, and 1.9% all damage. But it is worse than, it has worse potential than 2% one that I have on my second set, right? So I'm going to try to transmutate this at the end. All in all, this is going to be a great stream. Let's go, guys. Let's just go ahead and get started. For those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And let's go. Corn Army said, I finished on 72 pools. You guys so lucky. I hope I am as lucky as you are, my friend. I hope I am as lucky as you are. Let's find out. 3 spins for Esmeralda's Prayer. Oh, okay. Materials. Nice. Now, will I be able to finish this within the 43 that I have left? No, that's not likely. That is just cheating. If I finish this within the next 40 spins, that's just cheating, guys. Right? There is no way. See, like, I'm getting speed ups. Speed ups are nice, but when you finish all the special, you finish the whole wheel. So Jess is like, exclamation mark, luck. Thank you so much, Jess. Come on. Come on. Give me the 3-day speed ups, and I'll forgive Esmeralda. Come on. Give me something, guys. Give me something. Oh. Guys, what is going on? We're down to 31 and we haven't hit a single special. We haven't gotten rid of a single item on the list too. I don't feel good about this, guys. I don't feel good about this. Come on. Come on. Give me something. Uh-oh. Those purple materials are killing me, guys. Purple materials. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, 3D. Oh, hi. Come on. Give me something. Wow. Literally 0? And I used already like, what? Like 30? Oh my god. Come on. Time to hit one special at the very least. Time to hit one special. Come on. Come on. Give me something. Give me something here. Okay. 3-day. Alright, I hit one. And I hit the one that was most important for me because 3-day speed ups, obviously I need the most. Let's see if we can hit the 2,000 gems. Okay, that was clustered up pretty badly. But let's see. Come on. 2,000 gems. Ouch. Hey, we're almost done with the blue materials, though. Come on now. Come on. 2,000 gems. Oh, it was right there. Ay. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this, guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this early. Okay. Okay, let's buy all the discounted one. All right. I'll admit I'm not that lucky, guys. I'll admit that I'm not that lucky. Even today. Even when I'm remonetized today, I'm not that lucky. Let's start from there, guys. But I shouldn't be this unlucky. Oh, come on now. Come on. Give me gems. Oh, God. It's not looking good, guys. Okay. How about I stop at 12 and see if I get lucky enough? Oh, come on. Okay, well, we got rid of that blue one at least. Hey, it got larger right here. Come on. Ay. Oh, no! Oh, God. Come on now. Come on, don't do this to me. Lilith. Oh, wait. 2,000 gems? Okay. Okay, now if I finish this with one special, guys, I might still have enough gems for me to do some Armor Reveal Thyself event, guys. I might just have enough. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's headed towards the right. Oh my god. Ay. Okay. I mean, the pie just got bigger. There's no way I'm gonna not be able to finish this within the next 20 rolls, would it? Come on. Come on, Lilith. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so we're already past... I think Corn Army's luck. We're already past Corn Army's luck. We're already down to 14,000 gems. Oh no, it was right there. Uh-oh. Come on. Don't do this to me, Lilith. Don't do this to me. Uh-oh. Okay, let's reduce it down to 2, see if it actually works. No way. Guys, no. No. No, Lilith, come on. Uh-oh. Guys, I'm like out of gems, guys. I'm like out of gems. Come on. Seriously? Well, I'm out of chances. There's no way. There's no way, guys. Come on. Okay. I have 2 more tries. Oh, come on. Come on. Just give it to me. Look how oh god. I must be the unluckiest person on this planet, guys. Oh my god. Wait. I don't have it. I went to 90. I'm basically letting go of the 6 materials right now. Seriously? Wait, hold on. Do I get another one? I can't find another one. Wait, I need to find the clue, guys. I need to find the clue. Could the vibrant glow of this rune come from the dazzling goods at the shop scorching flames of battlefield? Or the radiant shrine of the earth's treasures? Wait, where... Guys, help me out. Help me out, guys. Where do I go for these? There must be some place that records the details for this pursuit. In the rivers where the time flows. Rivers where the time flows. Guys, help me out. Help me out. I just need 1 more rune for me to get 1 more chance. Yo, guys, if I finish this on the last one, Gemnos? Wait, really? Gemnos? Where's Gemnos? Oh, come on. Do I really not get a single gem node? Okay. Hey Josh, how you doing? Okay, Gemnos. Wait. Wait, I don't think I have it. Go to Flesh Discord, you can find it here. And one is claiming dailies. I think I claimed all the dailies, no? Yeah, I claimed all the dailies. There's no way. There's no way. Wait, guys, help me out. So I finished the day 1. Day 2, there must be some place that records the details for this pursuit. And the river where the time flows. Where's the river where the time flows? River where the time flows? Oh, there you go. Wait, we have it. Yeah, when I checked the clues or whatever, yeah, I found it somewhere. I don't even know where I found it, but okay. Yo, I got the last piece. I got the last piece. Yes. Come on. Come on, Lilith. Come on. Come on, don't do this to me, Lilith. 1 last chance for me to get 6 legendary materials. And 5 blueprints for the chess piece, guys. Come on, let's go. Come on. Oh, no. No! Jess, you called it. Jess called it. Oh, my God. Well, I mean, I can't blame anyone. I'm the one who missed the arms training. I'm the one who missed the arms training, guys. Well, at the very least, I got the 16 from here. Then 10 Goldes. But guys, this is just unfair. You still have 2 days. Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky over here. But like, you need to do like 2 of those. I get 1 more pulls probably. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Ha 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 ha. That's not good, guys. That's not good. I don't even think I can like do anything with the armor reveal thyself event even, right? Yeah, I can't do anything in the armor reveal thyself. I literally don't have the transmutation stones. How many can I even buy? I need 4,000 gems, guys. Ah ha ha. Another event give 2 coins. Which one? Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, we can do this, right? Like, do I even know where that looks like? Hold on. There's no way I can find that in time. Okay, it kind of looks like a mountain. It's kind of like this, right? Wait, where's a mountain in the place? Is this a mountain? No, that is not a mountain. Do you get mountain in the home kingdom? You don't see a mountain in the home kingdom, do you? Or is it at the very north? Oh, that is at the very north. Wait, I actually have to find the edge that looks like this. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to find the mountain that looks exactly like that, guys. There's just no way. Hold on. But I'm gonna try it. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this freaking it? Wait. Wait, it looks like this exactly. Wait, no way. Wait, this is it. Isn't it? Yes, this looks exactly like it. Where's my beacon? On the clues? Follow clues. Wait, hold on. Clues. Treasure is near holy site. Treasure's in Sabak's province. Okay, where's Sabak's province? Okay, it was right there. Near a holy site. So is it like... Oh my god. Is it like near the holy site right here? Wait. Is this not it? How is this not it? That is just scam right there, guys. That is just a scam. Okay. Where's the holy site? Okay, that's the holy site. Ooh. Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Wait, where is this? Where is this twin mountain? So it's definitely here. Oh, wait. Isn't that a holy twin? Oh, wait, hold on. I found it, guys. I found it. Yo, hold on. Where is it? Where's my chest? Okay, 2 Esmeralda's coin, guys. 2 Esmeralda's coin. Let's freaking go. I think I got it. I think I got it, guys. 2 more tries for me to get the blueprint choice chest, guys. Blueprint choice chest. All right. Let's freaking go. Come on, come on. Give it to me, please. Oh my lord! What are the odds? Jess said blue resource chest, 1 chest choice chest. I'm gonna believe you, man. Jess, this is it, right? You have like about 8% chance that you're gonna be correct. 7, actually. Come on. Jess, you liar! Jess, you liar! Oh my god. I'm not spending $100 package just to get that. There's no way. You sent me a list on the Discord? Ayo, ayo. Okay, Corn Army. Message request. Okay, so... well, we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, the gambling is not paying off, I know. Guys, just maybe. I think we could come to a place where, like, all this is solved in tomorrow's hunt for this. You know what I mean, guys? If I get lucky here tomorrow... Wait, hold on. Why am I not doing barbs? I'm supposed to be doing bar force only, but here we go. I need those digs, guys. I need those digs. I need those shovels. Damn, you're lucky. But anyways, I mean, we're gonna go into tomorrow. We're gonna go into the 0 UTC anyways at reset. So we'll maybe try again at the reset. God, how unlucky can one person be? Right? How unlucky can one person be where you, like, don't get this at all? Aye. But what else can I do here? What else can I do? Well, technically speaking, we can get some gems over here. Yeah, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Hold on. I am remonetized today, so I'm gonna be a whale Musa for a second, okay? Okay. So with that, we have 12,000 gems for us to play Armor Reveal Thyself event, guys. Musa, maybe give it a try and do it off stream, see what happens. Maybe I should. I think that's what might actually end up happening, but okay, so here we're gonna do 200 tickets. Why am I going 2,800? 200 tickets. We're gonna get to this right here. Transmutation stones. We're gonna open the preferred legendary formation armament and see if we get lucky over here. Now, this is the exact slot that I did want to get. Okay, so let's see. No inscription. Alright, we got one. We at least got one legendary off of our chest. I'm not... Should I do 8? Does have a... does have an inscription. Gambling Musa back with money. Gambling Musa is slightly back. Is slightly back. Legendary? Harvester? No, I'm not doing this. Okay. 26. Let's do 222 and we'll go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, okay. That's a pity. Not a pity. Okay, we passed this. Ooh, 20. Ay. Triple siege stats. But low rolls. Oh, wait, hold on. Yo, guys, this could be 2% all damage. 0.8%. 2% in my dreams, right? 2% in my dreams. Okay, we'll do all damage just in case. Ay. Okay, so we spent about like 80. 38. I don't think I'm gonna do 38, guys. Oh, wait, what is this luck with inscription today? Rebuff? Okay. Not really worth it for me. 4%? 4 for all damage? Okay, garbage. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Never mind. 20 to 22, okay. We'll try that. Garbage. Now, Mr. X Noob is laughing at me for sure. Okay, we'll open the one for all damage just in case it is legendary. Get to 38. Nah, I already skipped it, my friend. Okay, we're down to 47. Let's move on to the next one. See if anything's tempting. 28. 28 for all damage for the scroll one. Okay, I think I need to get this. Okay. Oh, 2%? Please? Only if those were high rolls, guys. Ay. Okay, let's just finish it here, guys. Let's just finish it here. We'll just open the ones that looks a little bit more promising. Yeah, we have 9 left. How can I do 9 here? 1. Okay, 1. Musa, bring your main to 79? Nah. Wait, did I just mess up the counting? I just messed up the counting. It's fine. I miscounted the tickets. Okay, let's go ahead and open this one. No inscription. Okay, this is garbage. And then we'll open up 4 extra transmutation stones. That means I get 1 reroll. Actually, I get 5 rerolls because I bought the package that gave me this. So, yeah, guys, yeah. Pedro, Arthur, hello. Hey, Pedro, how's it going, man? So let's do this. We got 5 rerolls to reroll out of this 2.2%. Honestly, if this is a 3%, I'll just replace it, guys. I'll just replace it. I don't care if like my defense on the other one, my overall stats is higher on the other one. I want that 8% set right now, right? So let's do this. Come on. Please, Lilith. 3.5%, please. Infantry defense 1.8%. Okay. Come on, 3.5%. 1.5% infantry defense. Infantry loves me today, isn't it? This guy's a gambler. Yes. Come on, give me 3.5%. Let's go. 2.5%. I'll replace that. Yes. 2.5% is technically better. Come on, give me 3.5%. 2.9% each defense. Jess, can you stop cursing me, man? 3.5%. My last one. 3.5%. Here we go, please. 2.1%. I mean, it got pretty close. 0.8%. 0.8%. That means my defense will go down to 12.8%. I can't withstand that. No, never mind. Sorry. Sorry, I'll keep it at that. But what if I do this? Do the one last reroll. Being the gambler that I am. 3.5%, please, let's go. 3.4%, I'll take it. Come on. I hate this game. I hate this game. Okay, well, today was a big failure. Well, let's count how unlucky I was, right? After 93 rolls, I wasn't able to actually get the full Esmeralda's prayer stuff with like 12 items left on this whole thing, right? And then I try to get this. Obviously, nothing happened because I'm just unlucky like that. Then I go over to my reroll. I reroll something higher, but instead of getting 3.5% that I was crying about, I got 2.5%. By the way, when this armament event comes around for new accounts, it actually comes around every by the time that you actually enter like KVK 3, I think. The first time that you enter preseason for KVK 3, I think. So yeah. So that's what happened. And there is, as far as what I know, there's no way that I can actually get more transmutation stones right now. Yep. Yep. So not good, guys. I didn't even get that many for the pity, right? I didn't even progress that much for the pity right here. Because like I still need like 119 legendary armors. Ay. Well, that was all in terms of my attempt to upgrade on my main account, guys. That was it. For my last... all the attempts that I could make for my main account. I do have 3,000 gems. I do have 3,000 gems, guys. Alright. Screw it! Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. My one last reroll for the day. Come on. 3.5% defense. That's what I need. Or something higher than 3%. Please. Please. Let's go. Troop load. Oh my god. Troop load. God, I hate this game, guys. I hate this game. I can't do this. I can't go below 13% with my pride. Yeah, I can't do this, guys. Alright, well, better luck next time, right? Better luck next time. It is what it is. Look, called me and said if you buy gold chest and gamble more, you'll get 3.5%. There is no way. There's so much transportation zones that I need. There's no way that Lilith can arrange that for me at this moment. But we tried. We tried. It is what it is. Wait, how many? At 700, you get only 7. Yeah, there's no way. Ha 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 ha. Well, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. A live stream or video if you guys are watching this. I might actually connect this to the next part of the video that might actually go over in like 20 minutes, right? And I magically get something from this rune event and the Riches Unveil event so that I can finally finish this event. But if I don't, that is very unfortunate of me. I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording for now. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next content pipeline that we have for today. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording. I'll see y'all in the next part of the video. Peace out, guys. All right, guys. While we are waiting for the reset, we're going to do something fun, guys. We're going to do something fun. Are you guys ready for this? All right, so let's go ahead and get some recording started right now. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Musa Gaming here. And today, while we're waiting for the reset, I have prepared a special content for y'all. And that is a tier list based on rallies and garrisons, guys. Rallies and garrison tier lists in Rise of Kingdoms. That's right, guys. That's right. Drop the gold chest first. I'm not dropping the gold chest. All right, so here's how it works, right? Obviously, at each stage of the game, whether you're in KVK 1, KVK 2, or in the Season of Conquest, you have different tiers of commanders that you can use for rallies and garrisons, right? And with William Marshall coming into the game, we're going to go ahead and predict how each commander is, how good each commander is in this tier list, in this most likely the rally garrison, what I'm going to call it, rally garrison commander tier list prediction with William Marshall in it, boys. So with that said, here's how it works. S tier means that this is like out of this world, probably the most meta commander that you can find for each troop type. And A tier just means that this is gonna be really, really good. It's probably used most commonly paired up with the S tier commander. B tier means that it is used, but it is not preferred in current rally and meta, rally garrison meta. And then F tier just means that you shouldn't be using this in Season of Conquest. Now, in KVK 1 and KVK 2, it is a lot simpler because KVK 1 and KVK 2, you're not going to use those commanders that are trash, right? So at this point in time, since the game has been out for the past 4 years, like you're not even going to even have people use anything that is not S tier. And that is like even remotely far away from A tiers or B tiers, right? When it gets to KVK 2, it does get a little more complicated, but that's basically what this is, right? So KVK 1, is going to go like that, and then KVK 2 is going to go like that, okay? So that's how this tier list works. Let's just go ahead and get started, guys. Let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so starting from KVK 1, guys. KVK 1. First commander that I see off the list from the KVK 1, Minamoto. Minamoto is great for cavalry, rally, and garrisons right now. He doesn't have a ton of like AoE. He doesn't have any AoE actually, or any skill damage amplification. But he does have a debuff that basically debuffs the enemy to take more damage, right? Now, I'll actually put this commander in an A tier for cavalry, just because of how strong his like single target damage is. His single target damage, in average, once you expertise him, is going to be 2300 damage factor. Hey, Not Dragon, welcome, welcome. 2300 damage factor, right? Because it does 1400 damage factor, and with 75% chance you deal 600 additional damage for 2 seconds. So that is about 2600 damage factor, but with 75% chance for the second part of it. It is just absolutely crazy. Just as a matter of fact, this commander is actually the same amount of damage per second, or damage for the active skill, as Nevsky does. So yeah, Minamoto is really, really strong. But the reason why he's not in the S tier is because commanders in the S tiers are just out of this world, basically. He's good enough to be in an A tier on the front side of the A tier, but he's not the best commanders that you'll be using for that. So that's why I put him in the S tier, A tier. Now, moving on. This guy is tricky. This guy's tricky. So we have the new legendary Pelagius, right? New legendary Pelagius. Let's just go ahead and check this guy out. I don't even know if I could actually see him. Yeah, so if I were to go to this, right? So new legendary Pelagius is interesting, right? Because it does 3 target AoE. It does extra 600 damage factor with additional damage, because it does 200 extra damage factor for 2 turns, right? His kit is okay. 20 defense is fine. 20% cavalry health when used as garrison is really, really good. And 15% skill damage reduction is really, really good. And a little bit of healing, and basic attack having 20% bonus is all really good. But is he good enough to be S tier? I thought you would unlock the Pelagius for Riders of History. I might do that eventually. This is kind of like my saved up Riders of History bundle. Now, in KVK 1, AoE commanders are infinitely better. AoE garrisons are infinitely better than non-AoE commanders, because when you go into KVK 1, everyone's just going to stay around the flag or the pass for some stupid reason. You can't go to a different alliance to rally stuff like you can in Season of Conquest, and like no one's going to listen to your ball marker. I've seen many, many, many different kingdoms try to make people avoid this from happening, but you guys know this is happening, right? People are just gonna reinforce surrounding the flag and take so much deaths, right? But the damage factor is really low. The tankiness is really up there for a commander. His buffing is amazing, right? Like skill damage reduction, 15%. Are you kidding me? For KVK 1, that's like crazy good, right? 15% skill damage reduction is crazy good. And he has all damage bonus. And he has a little bit of rage engine for this too. And he's a fan AoE person too, right? That's a fan type AoE. I would usually. I mean, I think he deserves to be in the S tier. To be really honest with you, or very top of the A tier. I'll put him at the S tier for now, because I'm comparing him to like. So I'm comparing his kit as a garrison lead, and then I'm comparing this to what, like Charles Martel, right? Because like Charles Martel is obviously the other garrison contender for the S tier, right? Once you expertise, you get 20% defense, 20% health, 30% extra counterattack damage, 30% damage bonus, but shielding. I would say he's slightly worse than Charles Martel, or if not the equal level of power. I saw him being very strong garrison in Osiris League with Woozy Tian secondary. Pella is crazy early game. Yeah, I would honestly like. Yeah, I'll honestly put him around where Charles Martel is. Like, his buffs are so. He just has too much buffs, right? Yeah, let's put him here for now, and then let's just go ahead and move on. Okay. Next commander in KVK1, YSG. YSG is #1 commander that you should be using, in my opinion. #1 commander, guys. #1 commander that you should be using for any garrison in KVK1. I don't care if you're like infantry, archer, or cavalry. You need to have YSG somewhere. You need to have YSG somewhere in your 2 March lineup, whether that is rally or garrison in KVK1. He does 1700 damage factor. He has 100 rage engine and occasional 100% archer attack buff if you're using archer main. And he has 50% skill damage bonus. Like, there's no way this commander is outclassed by any commander in KVK1. And not to mention, the circular AoE is going to basically make all the KVK1 noobs cry. They're gonna basically kill all the reinforcement. All the people who are just standing around, not doing anything, gets killed by this dude. I mean, there's nothing really. I think everyone understands why she is in the very top of the S tier. Like, this is not gonna change. So just FYI, guys. Just FYI. So yeah, this is really good. Now, Tutmos, I honestly think Tutmos as a rally commander is like, Tutmos should be a little bit better than YSG, well, Minamoto. The reason for that is because if you look at Tutmos' kit, his active skill damage factor is kind of low. Yeah, 1000 is really low, right? But he does have the all damage bonus that he can be used as a garrison lead, right? All damage bonus of 15% when you're used as a rally lead, right? So 15% damage bonus as a rally lead is really good. He's also the archer rally lead, so that means that he can actually get the full benefit of Isangye's second skill, which does give him the 100%. But as a standalone commander, for him to be S tier, I think his damage factor is a little too low. I think he's a little too low, in my opinion, for damage factor. He has a lot of buff, right? 15% damage, like skill damage taken increase for 3 seconds. This is really good. Counter attack damage reduction is good. Direct damage factor is good. But like, all in all, like, I think his damage factor, if it was like 1200, 1300 damage factor for KVK1, I think he would have been an S tier. But he's just better than Minamoto, I think, because it's an AoE and he has a lot of like damage amplification. But as a rally lead, which is what he's supposed to be used for, right? He can be used as a garrison, but as a rally lead is where he actually excels his full potential. I think he's a little bit better than Minamoto. Tutmos is definitely S tier. I think he's actually an A tier, personally speaking, but he's at the top of the A tier. Now, going into Charles Martel, which is right here, I think Charles Martel does get a spot above our man Pelagius. Now, as much of a cavalry sim that I am, let's face it, guys. Let's face it. Charles Martel is just super broken in KVK1, right? Now, normally your 1200 damage factor shield is not really that good. But in KVK1, this 1200 damage factor shield is actually really good. On top of that, he has 30% damage buff that guarantees to amplify the YSG's AoE skill, guys. YSG's AoE skill. And on top of that, he has 20% march speed. That means that he can be used for the field too. And all in all, he has this one unique skill that makes him really, really powerful, even beyond KVK1, which is 30% counterattack damage buff. There's not a lot of commanders that actually has counterattack damage buff. Not to mention, to 30%, this is the highest, probably the highest counterattack damage that you can have in a single skill for a commander. Well, the reasons why a lot of people are running Attila Charles Martel counter rally is because of this 30% buff in counterattack. It is really, really OP. Now, the reason why he is behind YSG is because without YSG, he is still a little bit weak, right? He needs another commander that does a massive, massive damage, right? But YSG can be used anywhere, and he will be just amazing in KVK1. So that's why he's behind YSG, but I would say all three of those commanders in S tier are just really, really good. As a matter of fact, only CY expertise can give more counterattack, I think. Yeah, so like for KVK1, there's no one else that can actually do this. Not to mention the 30% damage bonus that he has on the shield. Do I put the Pelagius Prime, the legendary Pelagius, next to Charles Martel? Or do I bump him down to A tier? I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is the hardest question that I've seen in all my life. I think he does get a bump down, guys. The legendary Pelagius has extra 150 rage that shaves off the seconds of his skill. That is true. You're Pedro, you're confusing me even more. You know what? Let's put him at the S tier. Let's put him at the S tier. I think they added so much to his kit that he's actually really good. I truly believe that. Now, I don't think we should add Pierce in here, to be honest with you. I like, do you even need to add Pierce in here? Who garrisons with Pierce in KVK1? Okay, let's go ahead and take that down. Who else can be in the KVK1 garrison? I mean, we can add Epic Sun Tzu in there. and put him as like the B tier. I think Epic Sun Tzu is really good in KVK 1. Ragnar? So, well, wait, let me just first explain Epic Sun Tzu first, okay? Because I know a lot of you are going to be like, what? Epic Sun Tzu? So Epic Sun Tzu is really, really great for a couple reasons. For one, he does have 5 target, 1000 damage factor. Guys, 5 target, 1000 damage factor. And he has, for each enemy hit by this skill, he has 50 rage gain, guys. He has 50 rage gain. Cyrus is in K2, yes. Cyrus is in K2. So if this guy hits 5 targets in his active skill turn, he basically gains back 250 rage right away. On top of that, he has 20% extra skill damage. So that means that on top of YSG's skill, he gets 70% skill damage buff, right? And on top of that, when he's garrisoning, that 10% damage reduction and 10% infantry health is pretty good, right? And this is the only skill that it doesn't really work. And honestly, I honestly think this, like, people often undermine how good Epic Sun Tzu is. But if you don't have expertise Charge Metal, if you have like 5-5-1-1 Charge Metal and you're going to use it for your city defense, I'll just say use Sun Tzu and YSG. Usually, I think that's really, really good. Like, everyone else, I think is kind of rip. Like, I can maybe add, like, double C in there at the bottom of the tier list, just so that we actually see this, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Now, moving on to KVK 2, because it's just in that order. Now, I didn't add Cyrus in there, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly pretend like I didn't do that earlier. Alright, so KVK 2. What's the best commander for KVK 2 Rally Garrison? Technically, Wuzi Tian should be in S tier. Why is she Tommy still a thing? Tommy should always be paired up with Edward of Woodstock, in my opinion. If Edward of Woodstock is used separately from YSG, I think you should just use Edward of Woodstock with Tommy, in my opinion. So, Wuzi Tian. So, Wuzi Tian, you can only get after K2. No, so that is correct, Pedro. But in the occasion that I was in 3950 was that there was a lot of people who cross-migrated back to KVK2 after getting Wuzi Tian unlocked and then used, right? But Wuzi Tian is a very special case, right? So it's only for people who actually did cross-migration. So it is technically possible for you to use Wuzi Tian. And she, honestly, is really good. She has 1000 damage factor, but she heals for 500 damage factor. So this is 1500 damage factor right here. And then you have 10% damage bonus on top of 10% extra damage bonus to the rallied armies. 10% defense, 10% troop health. And then 15% skill damage reduction, and then 20% damage defense bonus. Now, on top of that, if this commander troop has this commander's troop deals 20% more counterattack damage. Again, there's not a lot of commanders that does that. And then whenever your troop is hit with basic attack, it has 10% chance. Again, 10% chance to deal 500 damage factor to the attacker. So all this combined, this commander has over 2000 damage factor, like at the minimum, because this is like under the assumption that this does not trigger within the one skill cycle twice, right? Which is very well possible. Overall, this commander for KVK2 commander is technically really good. But most cases, unless you're in a crazy KVK, you're not going to see Wuzi Tian. But she does deserve a spot in S tier, is what I think. That's what I personally think. Now, moving on. Constantine. Constantine is a weird one, too. Constantine is a very weird one. Constantine, is Constantine an A tier or S tier? I think he's probably like the highest A tier. So whenever your troop drops to 50%, so the reason why he's really good is because of this, right? 15,000 healing received. On top of 30% healing buff. Now, the only problem is that he doesn't really have a damage factor, though. He has insane amount of stats. 40% health is probably one of the highest health-giving skills that you can see in the game, right? But I really don't like a commander that doesn't really give too much. Like, this commander is tanky AF, guys. You think Constantine is A? I think so, too. I think he deserves an A tier. Not an S tier. Now, the next couple is very easy. Saladin is A to B tier, in my opinion. Genghis Khan, I don't think really is a rally or garrison commander. I don't think he is. He used to be, right? People used to use Saladin and Genghis Khan. Oh, let's just put him behind Saladin, to be honest. Like, honestly, this is like long time ago, back when I was playing. KVK2 was just like 3-4 years ago now, at this point. Like, we used to use Genghis Khan for a rally, right? But Genghis Khan has fallen off so much that, like, I don't really think it's even worth mentioning at this point. I mean, we are seeing so much Constantine in the Massive K2 right now. Yes, yes. There's just one person who has, like, the craziest Constantine pair right now, right? So in that sense, that's really good. But I wouldn't really call it an S tier. Like, Wu Zetian is a special case, in my opinion. So, yeah. S tier, not so much. A tier, 100%. Top of the A tier, probably. Tommy probably is somewhere between Saladin and Genghis Khan. Like, she has special uses, but Edward Woodstock is basically the key, right? I think for KVK2, he's probably the only rally commander that I was given S tier for. And the reason for that... Okay. Reason for that... Wait, do I not have Tommy? No. Edward Woodstock? Wait, where's Edward Woodstock? Is Edward Woodstock versatility? Yo, he's versatility commander. Okay, anyways. So he has 2,500 damage factor. But he does have a little bit higher rage requirement. So, in theory, his damage per race is actually pretty low. But still high enough for most people. Let's just go ahead and do the calculator method. Alright, so 2,500 damage factor divided by 1.35. So he does have like 1,800 damage factor, 1,850 damage factor if we were to think that he was like a 1,000 damage factor commander. So that's like okay. It's like the highest that we see, but that's still okay because of the disadvantage that 1350 rage requirement actually has, right? Archer health is amazing. 30% is crazy. 30% extra march speed is really, really good. Now, if you only have archer units, you get 25% skill damage bonus. Again, that goes really, really well with either the Tamiris or the YSG. And he does extra damage against infantry. And then he has up to 40% damage buff in terms of attack, but then again, he does lose 10% defense if you have more than 70% of the units remain. This is kind of a rip skill if you're a rally, but it is what it is. And then for 2 seconds after the commander uses an active skill, you get 50% extra normal damage and then 50% extra counterattack damage. This basically provides Edward Woodstock a little bit of anti-swarm ability, which is really, really powerful, right? All in all, I think Edward Woodstock is a big addition for KVK 2. I think he does deserve S tier in KVK 2, in my opinion. What else? Is that it for KVK 2 commanders? Ooh, Cyrus. I think Cyrus is like somewhere along the lines of like Saladin. I think he's better than Saladin, to be honest. Because like Saladin is interesting. Well, Cyrus is interesting, right? His damage factor is not that amazing. 1400 damage factor. But he does have extra damage factor for the AoE too. So that kind of provides him a little bit of extra damage factor. So this like all in all is like 1700 damage factor. But like his stats are not as great as Edward Woodstock. And then basic attack chance, this is all great. It does do a little bit more additional damage factor too, but it's not as stable because the 10% chance with cooldown of 5 seconds, it triggers very irregularly, right? So I would say he's good, but he's not like as good as Edward Woodstock. He's not as stable as Edward Woodstock, in my opinion. He's definitely better than those cavalry rally garrisons, in my opinion. He's definitely better than those cavalry rallies and garrisons, but I think, in my opinion, he does deserve an A tier. He does deserve a spot right below Constantine. Maybe above. Maybe above. But I think that's basically where I would put those commanders at. Okay. Now, with that said, let's just go ahead and move on to the Season of Conquest, ladies and gentlemen. Season of Conquest. Now, let's just... let's just start off from the S tier, guys. Or let's just start off from here, right? Well, let's put William Marshall towards the end. Hayam. Is Hayam an S tier garrison, guys? Is Hayam an S tier garrison? I mean, he does a lot. But can we comfortably call him an S tier garrison? I personally don't think so. I personally don't think so. Hayam is the counter to the infantry rally. Yeah, so he has very specific uses, which is actually countering infantry rallies, right? But he has like 0 ways to stand against cavalry, right? And cavalry, the reason why cavalry is a little bit like, you know, having weakness to cavalry is so important is because cavalry has anti-swarm ability already. Now, again, if you're using Attila plus something right now in today's rally, I think you can maybe trade positive against Attila Subutai rally. But even then, like, it's really, really tough to, like, hold the flag with Hayam, in my opinion. So, yeah. And it doesn't really have that much, like, anti-swarm too. So I would say an A tier is a really, really good place where I'll put him. Choyoung probably A tier 2. Now, Choyoung is often overlooked because his kit is so hard to understand. But he has basically 1400 mighty healing effect, but 80% of those basically get transferred into true damage that he deals, right? On top of that, he has healing buff, I believe. Yeah, healing bonus of 45%. On top of that, he has 25% counterattack damage buff. And if you have, if you're getting swarm, this gets buffed up to 40%, right? This 40% counterattack damage is probably the highest counterattack damage buff skill that we have in the game, although it is conditional. So, all in all, this makes Archer Garrisons a lot tankier than we would possibly imagine, in my opinion. And I think Choyoung, because now Hayam kind of works well with him to a degree, does deserve an A tier spot, in my opinion. Probably on the lower side of the A tier, though, than Hayam. Okay, that's it. Dido, don't use it. F tier, unusable. In today's meta, if I see a Dido, I'll trade probably 3 to 4 to 1 positive, and I'll laugh on Dido. Just don't use Dido, guys. She's out metaed. Some people are supposed to use. Some people have thought about using Dido with Hayam, but I don't think it's it. I don't think it's it. Now, I'm a little bit exaggerating, but I don't think you should be using Dido at this point, right? Yeah. That's just how I feel. I think if you're using Dido, you should be using something else, right? Could have used Choyoung with Hera. Could have used... What else is there? Like, even like... Zuge Hera is... No, that's not it. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't use that, right? Archer in general is not really that good with Garrison to begin with, right? So like, yeah, I would just not use Dido. I'm sorry. That's our first F tier. Alright, let's move on to the next. Now, Attila is tricky, guys. Attila is tricky. Now, this is a tier list that's gonna have William Marshall, right? So, if I was asked, where does Attila stand within this tier list before William Marshall was announced, I would have probably put Attila at the very high spot of the A tier, probably before even Hayam. Or maybe even S tier, right? But now, I would say he's still going to be good for garrisoning. I think he's somewhere between those two commanders. He's still a very solid A tier, because if you want something anti-swarm, you're going to need Attila, right? You're going to need Attila David. And that's the anti-swarm garrison that you're going to have. But like, his ability to kind of rally, I think, is going to be replaced by William Marshall almost completely, because William Marshall does 3,000 or 2,700 damage factor in a circular AoE. I think it basically does what it was supposed to do as a... What Attila was supposed to do in counterattack damage wise. So I think William Marshall, with William Marshall in mind, I think he does deserve A tier. He doesn't deserve the S tier anymore. That's my opinion. Alright, so going on to Eleanor. Is Eleanor F tier or B tier? I think she maybe deserves the last place of the B tier? Is she unusable like Dido? Eleanor. Am I biased, guys? No, you know what? I'm gonna put her at the bottom of the B tier for a couple reasons. Okay? For one, I think Eleanor in general is much better commander than Dido. And two, you can use Eleanor with Matthias for city garrison as well. So because Eleanor has little more uses than Dido, I don't think she's like unusable at this point. But I'll put her at the bottom of the B tier. Okay? Now B tier, we don't have any other commanders in the B tier yet, but all these commanders are going to go into get a B tier, so stay with me, guys. Stay with me. So I think that's where it stands. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Matthias. Matthias. Matthias is the king of city garrison, guys. Matthias is the king of city garrison. Now, can I dare to say that he deserves an S tier though? Or am I doing this too much? Is city garrison, even though they're the best of the city garrison, does a city garrison commander deserve an S tier commander listing, S tier ranking over here? I'm not sure, but I think he deserves S tier. I've rallied against Matthias recently. There's a city that had like 90 million power. This guy just basically maxed out the hospital capacity. You just take this. Matthias is the best at what he's supposed to do. Yeah. So I think he deserves the last spot of S tier. He is designed to be the best city garrison commander in Rising Kingdom, and he does that very well. I would say Lapu Lapu is probably somewhere around the B tier. I would say probably above Eleanor. No, below Eleanor. I would say he's somewhere around here. Lapu Lapu is okay. I'll personally rather use like Hera or Hector, in my opinion. I think either low A to high B makes sense. Since he's specific to one use. Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at their power level right now. So if you're just looking at his power level as a city garrison commander, 2400 damage factor, 5 target AoE. And then the recastability with Mighty Shield. Whenever you're hit with a basic attack, you have 15% chance to retarget. So this is every other skill cycle. 3600 damage factor. Yeah, I think power level wise, he is the #1 commander in City Garrison. You know what? I'll put him at the highest A tier. How about that? I'll put him at the highest A tier. No, let's just put him at the S tier. Because people who actually do use him for his purpose, he is really, really good, right? All right, let's move on. Gorgo, S tier. Does anyone object to Gorgo being S tier, guys? Do I need to explain why Gorgo is S tier? Okay, so Gorgo, the reason why he's S tier, there's a couple reasons. For one, 100 less rage requirement. This is probably the most overpowered thing that you can possibly imagine for your garrison, because anytime you try to rally anything that is Gorgo, Gorgo would start off with that 2300 damage smite damage. Bam, hit your face. And you're down, what, like 100k, 200k troops? Now, your enemy does the active skill. The active skill is going to do 10% less damage. There's not even going to be time for you to even like reinforce that in the first turn. And then she'll always have turn advantage. There's only like, I think she might be the only commander that has 900 rage requirement as a garrison commander. 2300 damage factor smite is relatively low compared to commanders that are released now. But she gets that compensated with 900 rage requirement. Now, basically that means that this is just from the smite damage factor itself for every like 10 turns. Like at the minimum 2500 damage factor smite damage, in my opinion. But on top of that, Gorgo does 10% extra normal damage buff, 10% extra smite counterattack damage bonus, which is really, really good. For anything that is basically, if anything, this provides the anti-swarm ability that this commander lacks the most, right? And then you take 20% less skill damage. 20% less skill damage, but you do less skill damage. That does not matter, right? So really, really good set, I would say. And then 40% infantry attack is really good. And whenever you launch a basic attack, you have 10% chance to increase the target's normal damage received by 30%. Again, if it's going against rally or garrison, you're going to deal more smite damage, 10% chance and 3 seconds duration, 8-second cooldown. It is hard to kind of hit that, but if you do actually apply this debuff on the enemy, it is really good. Third skill, 30% health is really good. Whenever you launch basic attack, it has 25% chance to do extra smite attack damage with cooldown of 4 seconds. This is going to trigger every 8 seconds in average. Really, really good skill. First part and the second part is really OP. Going to the fourth, whenever this troop deals smite damage, it deals 30% more smite damage for the next seconds. This basically buffs the secondary commander's smite damage factor, which is going to be better than what Gorgo does. Very, very strong commander overall. Now, if you have less than 50% units remaining, you launch basic attack, you have 10% chance or counterattack. So this is actually almost 20% chance every time you actually attack or get attacked. Even if you're 1v1 against a rally, you get a mighty shield and you can basically reduce the attack of all the swarmers. Very good commander. I would say probably one of the reasons why I've been complaining about infantry rally garrisons is because of how strong Gorgo is, and on top of how strong Pincer 1.0 has been, as well as Pincer 2.0, in my opinion. Now going into Hera, I think Hera's gonna be top of the B tier. Now you guys might be wondering, whoa, Musa, Hera is really, really good. I get it. Hera is really, really good, but he has 1200 damage factor shield, mighty shield, and then 1200 damage factor of circular AoE, skill damage on top of tremendous amount of health, on top of tremendous amount of, I think, normal damage and counterattack damage buff, if I remember correctly. But nowadays, yeah, counterattack damage buff, health. He basically has everything, right? And we loved Hera for a very long time, right? Rising Kingdoms community has loved Hera for a very long time, but I think it is time that we actually do graduate Hera because we have better options, right? We have better option that is called Hector. So he's not unusable, but he is at a B tier. Top of the B tier, I will say, out of respect, but he is at the B tier, in my opinion. Justinian is dead. Is more dead than Dido, in my opinion. Skill damage commander rally is not gonna work. Hands down, it's not gonna work. So I'll say Justinian deserves a spot right here. Not good. Don't use it. Don't ever put Goltez. Don't do anything with him. I have him expertise, and just trust me, he's really really bad. He is really really bad. Yep. Don't use him, guys. Don't use him. I just didn't reset him just because, just in case I do need to utilize those skills for support skills eventually. But that's about it. Do not ever invest in Justinian in 2026. Let's move on. Toku, I'll say, is probably I would say Toku is top of the B tier. Now, you guys might be wondering, Musa, what are you talking about? Toku? You mean Toku of the Gorgo Toku? You're saying it's top of the B tier? And yes, I am saying Gorgo Toku. Toku is top of the B tier. He has a lot of goodness. Don't get me wrong. But he is just too countered, guys. He's just too countered by Shapur the First. And like, if you go Gorgo Toku against Shapur Ashurvanipal, if you have same level of reinforcement, if you have same level of gear, if you have same level of armaments, you're just gonna get destroyed, in my opinion. So I would say, yeah, Gorgo Toku. If you're gonna use Gorgo Toku, guys, just use Hector. Just use Hector. Like, in all honesty, Hector is just a better version of Toku, in my opinion, at this point. Right? He's more versatile. You can use him for the field. Like, if you start investing in Toku right now, I would say that's not a good move, right? Where's my Hector at? Where's my Hector at? Hector is versatility, actually. Isn't he? Wait, where's Hector? Oh, there you go. Yeah, just use Hector. He does more smite damage, right? And, you know, like, he has health bonus, defense bonus. He just has, like, he just doesn't really get countered as much as Toku does, right? So, you guys are trolling people who are watching this video, guys. Come on. And, like, normal damage bonus is fine. And doing more damage or taking less damage based on how you actually want to gear him up for, Hector is just a better option. I think that's been the community census has been. So, in my opinion, I think Hector is better. Okay? Shapur! Shapur is a very interesting commander too. When infantry garrison was stomping on everything that was in Rising Kingdoms, Shapur Ashurvanipal showed up to the game, destroyed almost everything in the game. Now, does he deserve to be in the S tier? I would say so. I mean, does he? I would say he does. Yeah, I would say he does, right? Without Shapur, we wouldn't have answers to Gorgo, Toku, or Gorgo Hector garrisons. I think Shapur does deserve an S tier spot, in my opinion. And if we are to get another archery rally commander that gets paired up with Shapur, Shapur is definitely A. He's anti-shield. Uh-oh. Let me take a look at his kit one more time, and then I'll decide. But he destroyed all the what's this called? The infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the what's this called? The infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garrisons for me, man. He destroyed all the infantry garris He's a reason Gorgohera started to die. He's a reason why Gorgohera died, like completely, basically, right? Deals damage 800 damage for 4 seconds, so 3200 damage factor. Deals additional damage to the target for every second for 4 seconds, with 800 damage factor. And you cannot receive shield effects if the target has less than 500 rage. 3200 damage factor though. 3200. And it's a rally commander, right? Ha. You know what? I think he still kind of deserves an S tier spot, right? I think he does kind of deserve an S tier spot. He's still really, really good. S tier justified, to be fair, yeah. Right now, I think if we're gonna put Gorgo up there, I think Shapur does deserve to be up there, in my opinion. Hector, I would say an A tier. Maybe above Choyoung. I think Hector is a great commander. Every single usage of Hector is just really good, in my opinion, right now. Now, he might actually not have like as much longevity. Like, he might be really, really bad. But right now, at this very moment, guys, we're gonna find the 2600 damage factor dealing Garrison Commander, 2800 damage factor dealing Combo Damage Commander, and 2700 damage dealing Skill Damage Commander. This commander is really, really good. Not to mention, if you guys use him as a combo damage commander, this right here, 400 damage factor, that gets buffed up to 40%, that can trigger up to 3 times, which, by the way, if you use him with Arthur, this actually almost always hits 3 times. Hector is really, really good, in my opinion. He has so much versatility. I think he does deserve a mid A tier because he's not like a troop specific specialty really, really amazing. But I think he does deserve an A tier commander pairing, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the next commander, we do have Ivan the Boneless. Ivar the Boneless. See, I'm always thinking about Ivan, so that's why I say Ivan the Boneless. But Ivar the Boneless. So this commander is interesting. So he does a Fanic AoE damage factor of 2500 damage factor. And then you gain about 45 extra rage from active skill. Now, the problem with this commander, in my opinion, is that his anti-swarm is weird, right? If you look at his force skill, the rally takes 10% less combo damage. But whenever the rally is hit with a basic attack, it deals the smite damage to the attacker. And then if you actually receive a combo attack, you gain 10% bonus to all damage for 3 seconds, up to 7 times. So this is very interesting skill. But what people actually just ended up doing is like, okay, we're just gonna not swarm Ivar with cavalry. They're just swarming it with like Qin Shi Huangs and you know, Sun Tzu Primes. And like this 200 damage factor kickback damage is kind of minimal. It's bearable. Like as a swarmer, it doesn't really feel like I'm getting damage a lot. And he doesn't really have like normal damage bonus. So all in all, I don't think he deserves to be a S tier commander. when I first saw him, I thought he was like S+, right? When I first saw him as a cavalry main who does swarm all the time with the cavalry stuff, I thought he was S tier. But in all honesty, yeah, in all honesty, I'll actually even put him behind Hector at this point. You guys might call me crazy, but I think Ivar might not be as good as Hector as an overall rally garrison commander, in my opinion. Like, he doesn't have anti-swarm ability. He has somewhat of an anti-swarm ability. He's not better than Attila for sure. Yeah, that's what I feel. That insta-proc smite doesn't interact that well with one of the Pizzer 2 specialties either. Yeah. So, like, I thought he was amazing. Like, when I saw him, I was like, oh my god. God, guys, we just had David. What is going on, right? That's what I literally said. But in reality, he's not really that amazing, in my opinion. So we'll put him right there. I think that's where he belongs. Maybe even below Choi Young, but out of respect for all the infantry mains that are watching this, I'm just going to put him right there. Okay? And if you guys are infantry rallying in Season of Conquest, guys, you guys know this. You guys are not rallying you guys are not rallying in general. Like, infantry is not rallying that much in general, right? Like, we're seeing, most of the time, we're seeing infantry garrison, right? The main garrisons are either infantry or archer, and we're seeing cavalry or archer rallies to counter those. That's what I basically experienced in my last couple game case. So, yeah, I know he's the latest rally commander in the infantry mix. He's not that amazing. That's honestly has been my experience. Okay? Alright, moving on, Subutai. Subutai is very interesting commander of his own too. Let's go ahead and move on to Subutai. Now, Subutai has 3,000 damage factor with 3 combo attacks, guys. This is really good. On top of that, he has some stats that's not really that important. He has 10% combo damage. But whenever their troop launches a combo attack, it has 60% chance to gain 15% bonus to combo attack damage dealt for 60% chance to gain a 15% bonus to normal damage dealt for 8 seconds. This is actually something good. And it can stack up to 2 times. So normal damage bonus is really good. This one is a little tricky. Imp is rallying the Attila David for flags that wants to be anti-swarm. Yeah, I think so too. But like, if you actually like face infantry rallies as David Hector, even like, I don't feel the fear that I felt when I was facing like Gorga Tokus, you know. So this skill is really weird, right? It has a pretty high chance to launch a combo attack. Its damage factor is huge, 700 damage factor, but the cooldown is little long. So I would say just every skill cycle, you're going to do like about 500 damage factor, in my opinion. It's not the best skill in the world. It's not the worst skill in the world. I would much rather have a shorter cooldown that can actually trigger multiple times with less damage factor. I would rather have 200 damage factor skill that can trigger up to 3 times with 30% chance than 700 damage factor, in my opinion. Personal preference as a combo damage commander, rally garrison lead. But this is what I got. It is what it is. We're using this, right? We have to use this. But not bad, not amazing. It is what it is. And this expertise is basically what makes him pretty good, right? If this commander's troop is launching a troop on the map, their active skill inflicts a burn effect on the target for 2 seconds. whenever the target is hit with a basic attack, it has 50% chance to take 20% more normal damage. It does provide a little bit more anti-swarm ability with Subutai. And then if this commander troop is launching, attacking a city or stronghold, their active skills inflicts enhanced version of the burn effect for 2 seconds. And whenever the target is hit with a basic attack, it has 100% chance to take 20% more normal damage for the next 1 second. It's a little complicated. But all in all, I would say, like, I think just think of this as just a little bit extra normal damage buff, in my opinion. It's not like crazy good, I would say. But overall, I would say Subutai is just a pure damage. He does have a little bit anti-swarm ability too built in. I would say he deserves an A tier. Do I think he's better than Ivar? I personally think he's better than Ivar. To be really, really honest with you. It's a mini Takeda active skill, yeah. I honestly I truly believe that Subutai is better commander than Ivar. He has 3000 damage factor. Combo is the best type of damage that you can do. And it has extra 700 damage factor. As a matter of fact, I might even put him above Hector, in my opinion. But is he better than Hector as a rally commander? I think Hector gets a little bit more brownie points for being more versatile, in my opinion. I think that's where they belong. I think I'll just leave it like this, okay? He has that 30% extra normal damage, yeah. So like that skill that stacks up twice, right? This basically makes him. If he didn't have this skill, guys, like he is cooked. This skill basically saved this entire kit, in my opinion. Like 30% normal damage. Oh, this is basically what makes him really, really good. If this skill was some sort of weird generic skill, I think this commander will be cooked. But he has it. I'll put him above Hector. In all honesty, I think we're gonna see him more in action once we see William Marshall in the game. So I'll say he does deserve a spot above Hector, in my opinion. Attila has more versatility again, so he does get a little bit more brownie points. So I'll just put him right below Attila, and let's move on. David. He's above Attila in your opinion? Yeah, I think so too. Yes, Pedro, thank you. You gave me the reason to move Subutai above Attila. There you go. David, I think it's S tier. I think David is S tier for a couple reasons. For one, Attila David being part of the best garrison meta right now is one, right? Two, if you use David with Hector, guys, David is really good. Well, let's take a look at him, right? Let's take a look at this kid together, because obviously I use David a lot, right? So David launches 2 combo attacks up to 3 enemy targets in a fan with 2800 damage factor total, 1400 times 2. And then he does a little bit of like slow poison, exhaustion, normal buff, debuff, cleansing, which is good in general. Overall, his damage factor, the fact that he's 2800 AoE is what's really, really key, right? And he gets 35% extra cavalry defense, which is huge for cavalry. And then when you're garrisoning, you take 10% less skill damage, which is always good. Now, when you're garrisoning, you deal 10% extra combo damage buff, and then whenever you launch a basic attack, it deals combo attack damage up to 3 nearby enemy troops with damage factor of 200, with every target taking less damage. Now, this skill, guys, has cooldown of 3 seconds. This skill actually is a lot more, I would say, annoying than you think. Right? As a garrison commander, having an instant proc circular AoE that triggers every 3 seconds with 200 damage factor on combo times 3 targets. Basically 400 damage factor for every 3 seconds. This is annoying AF, guys. This is annoying AF. If you guys actually see David Garrison in action, a lot of people are scared of this skill. The little red numbers that are popping off to you when you're around the city, especially in KVK3. We're not talking about KVK3, I know, but this skill is actually a lot more useful than you might think. And it sometimes hits the targets that are actually just coming to reinforce, with double C. And it actually incurs a lot more deaths than you might think. So personally, I think this is often underlooked on how important this skill is, but I personally really enjoy this skill. And then whenever you use an active skill while you're on the map, while attacking a troop on the map, the target takes 40% more combo attack damage for 3 seconds. Now, a lot of the reasons why people are using Attila David is because whenever Attila uses an active skill, David would apply this debuff on the enemy and do 40% more damage on that 2800 damage factor on top of Attila buffing itself for 30% normal damage buff and all that crazy stuff Attila does. This is why David is good in general. This skill is actually the bread and butter of this commander. 40% damage taken, combo damage taken debuff for 3 seconds. That guarantees the secondary commanders to hit. This is the bread and butter for David, in my opinion. This is really good. Part of the reasons why a lot of people are considering David for the field is also this. Because you want to have David apply this debuff if you're using a lot of cavalry that does combo damage, right? Well, that's my opinion. Very strong skill. And then when you're rallying, or when you're serving as a garrison commander, you take 10% less damage, is always good. And then if you have less than 50% of units rating, you deal 5% extra damage. Overall, 15% damage taken reduction versus dealt. All of that together is really, really good. But the key skills, I think, is this one right here. The 2800 damage factor is really, really good too, but this is just very, very annoying, often underlooked, valuable skill that we have. Overall, I'll say David deserves an S tier, guys. I think David deserves S tier. A really, really powerful commander, in my opinion. And yeah, basically saved cavalry garrisons, right? He's a savior of cavalry garrisons, in my opinion. Whether you want to do 1v1 with Hector, or whether you want to go anti-swarm with Attila, David just provides just too much value, in my opinion. I think he's S tier. Okay, let's move on. I had 2 Tokus? Okay, Toku, get out of here. Asher Venipal. I think Asher Venipal is good. I would say he's probably the bottom of the A tier. He's good. But he's not better than all those commanders that are in the A tier too right now. He's really good, don't get me wrong. He has 1500 damage factor of fan AoE, which is always really good sometimes, because you catch those reinforcing troops sometimes. You catch those people who are in the alliance for the first time. But 2500 damage factor is really, really good. Because he does the direct damage to the current target too, right? And he has a lot of buffs. He has a lot of like buffing stuff. The random buffing marsh with does really, really well with Japur. But do I feel like his kit can be used with anyone that is not Japur the first? Not 100% sure, right? His kit is specifically made to be paired up with Japur the first, in my opinion. So I'll say actually I'll put him like over here. I think this is the bottom of the A tier is probably a good place for him. Actually, for David, I'll say David probably deserves a better spot than Japur the first, in my opinion. Yeah, I think David should be above Japur the first. Now I'm looking at this right now. YSS. YSS has some usages. I'll say he's like the bottom of the B tier. He's not completely unusable. If you need to use leadership commander pairing and you have all the right like setup like with like the gear and everything, and you want to use like YSS Hera, it is technically usable. It's not that good. It's not that good. Like if you get rallied with cavalry, you're done. But it sometimes is necessary. He has uses. That's what I'm saying. So I'll say does deserve the bottom of the B tier. Moving on, Pakao. Probably the top of the F tier. I mean, he's not the worst rally commander. Don't get me wrong. But he does skill damage nowadays, right? And chance of you getting a skill damage commander in the meta right now, it's just really, really tough. I mean, the top of the F tier is a good spot for him, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think he deserves that spot right there, guys. So let's move on. Top of the F tier. Now, William Wallace. Like, who uses William Wallace nowadays? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anyone uses William Wallace, but if I were to put him, he should be right here. Right next to Toku. Like, I think you should just be using Scipio Amelianus and Ivar. William has a damage factor, but like, yeah, I honestly think that he's just worse than... He was a filler commander like Attila is, but he was never as good as Attila, in my opinion. So that's what it was. Let's just put him there. I think a spot below Toku. I think Hera is better than William Wallace, to be honest with you, at this point. He's strong in rally, but shouldn't you just get Ivar then? Scipio Amelianus and Ivar? Like it's like saying, because like we still all use Hera to a degree, right? So I would actually just put them like that and call it a day. Like Hera and William Wallace, I think they're both good, just not meta. Like I would put Hera over William Wallace though. All right, let's move on. Scipio Amelianus. William's just worse, but usable. Yeah, he's usable. So that's why he's in the B tier, not F tier, right? Scipio Amelianus. Let's look at his kit together. Because he's a guy worthy of mention. 100%. So this guy has 2700 damage factor. And he has 20% damage taken increase debuff that you can apply on the enemy, right? And on top of that, he has, whenever this commander uses an active skill, your commander's troop gains rage 40% faster for 2 seconds. This 40% rage gain faster for 2 seconds is really, really good too. And on top of that, if this commander is rallying a city or stronghold, whenever you launch a basic attack, you have 50% chance to get following effect. Inflict following effect for 2 seconds. The target loses 25% attack and defense. And if this commander is serving as a troops primary commander, the attack is also silence. Silence is the big thing. What tier is this? Rally, garrison? It's rally and garrison. So that silence is often very, very powerful. Part of the reason why Attila is used today is because he has the immune to silence too, which basically makes him survive a little bit better on the Scipio Aemilianus, in my opinion. And yeah, and he has the 5% normal damage buff, and then whenever you're hit with a basic attack, you have 30% chance to cleanse all health and defense debuff, which is really, really good. For next 3 seconds, you also get immunity to the health and defense debuff. And you have 25% normal damage reduction, which is really, really good. The only thing that this guy doesn't have, guys, is anti-swarm ability. He doesn't have anti-swarm ability at all. Kind of reason why, again, Scipio Aemilianus and Ivar has fallen a little bit out of meta because of the fact that both of them together don't really have that much anti-swarm ability, right? Like, if this was not normal damage reduction, but if this was a normal damage buff, I think that would be amazing. 30% normal damage buff is really, really good. But he is a little bit focused on the tanking side. If you ask me, I always swarm Scipio Aemilianus and Ivar rally with like my Qin Shi Huang and my infantry, right? So yeah, the infantry is I think he's better commander in general than Ivar because of the silence effect that he has. But the fact that he's missing anti-swarm ability as a rally commander, I think he probably deserves a spot right here. Maybe above Attila. Maybe below Attila. Maybe above Attila. There you go. Maybe below Attila. I think he deserves a spot right below Attila. Again, the fact that as a rally lead you don't have a anti-swarm ability is critical to him not being as much of a meta, in my opinion. Now, Jan Ziska, same deal. He's a little better because Eleanor Jan Ziska could be used, but like people just use Eleanor Hera, so he's a little better than Dido, but not really that much better. Let's move on. Tariq Ibn Ziyad. He has uses. A lot of people use Tariq Ibn Ziyad and Pakal for rally, but given that Tariq Ibn Ziyad is a skill damage commander, I don't know if I should put him at the B tier, honestly. But he does have like that anti-swarm ability. Yeah, I think he does deserve to be somewhere here. I'll probably put him like between Eleanor and Lapu. I think this is probably the right place for him. And let's move on. Henry has a lot of different things in his kit too. Henry is a very interesting commander. Part of the reason why he was used for so long is because for 5 seconds after using his active skill, he takes 30% skill damage reduction. You feel like Tariq is not usable? Okay. I will make that reflection just. I will put. I'll put him at the bottom of B tier. No, yeah, you shouldn't be rallying with skill damage commander in Season of Conquest. You're right. But we have Eleanor here too. But Eleanor does really, really well with Matthias. And Eleanor Hera is not an unheard of garrison. Okay, Tadic, I think, yeah, Tadic being a skill damage commander, I think he does deserve F tier. Okay. He was good for Scipio, but Ivar, William basically replaced him completely. Yes, that is correct. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah, you can't use him in 2026 right now. Okay. Moving on to Henry. He did have really good skill, right? 30% skill damage reduction is huge. But the problem is that Henry, no one does skill damage anymore. We stopped doing skill damage. So the usability of the skill damage reduction has gone down to like a third of what it used to be able to, right? Because you can only use this against Archer Garrison, right? And even Archer Garrisons are not doing full skill damage, right? And on top of that, one of the reasons why he was really, really good is because of... Where's this skill, right? Oh, yeah. Because of this skill right here. If this commander troop is attacking a city or stronghold, your troop deals 30% more counterattack damage. 30%. 30% is huge. So this basically provided the Archer rallies, the anti-swarm ability that he actually lacked. And also at the same time, whenever you're hitting with the basic attack, you do have 800 damage factor. So he was on meta for a very long time. And given that this is a skill damage commander, I think he's not like completely unusable. Eleanor is still fine because she has the Hera for the structure garrison, to be fair, yeah. I honestly think that he does deserve to be in the B tier. He's still usable, in my opinion, because he's a skill damage dealing commander. He's out of meta for sure. But because Archers has stayed in the West 2.0 and has stayed to deal skill damage, I think this might be the right place for him. I think this is the right place for him. All right, now we're on to the last commander on the list. That is going to be William Marshall. And let's go ahead and take a look at this kit together as we are all excited for the new Cavs. I am more excited than anyone in this world about the new commander, William Marshall. Very, very strong skill. 1000 damage factor, 900 damage factor, 800 damage factor. 3 seconds spread out. Crazy combo attack damage to 3 targets around him in a circular AoE. This, by the way, is the highest circular AoE that we have ever seen in Rise of the Kingdoms, which is really, really good. Healing reduction basically puts Archer Garrison with Choyang destroyed. Like, I honestly don't know if Archer should be using Choyang at this point because of that healing reduction. But on top of that, this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy because his third skill does 25% damage bonus against archers. Yeah, that's right. So usually when you get extra damage against specific troops, you only get like 5% or 10%. 25% damage bonus against archers is almost unheard of, guys. It's almost unheard of. And you take 10% less damage. Okay, well, 10% less damage is actually not specific to Archer. It is super OP, in my opinion. And 30% chance to reduce the target's defense, which is really nice too, right? By 10%, that goes up to 3 times, right? It's just like there's nothing more to say. 35% attack is amazing. Defense that goes up to 40%, so this gives 75% stats at max, which is kind of crazy. But even at 55%, let's say that we can only get the defense 20% up in average. This is really strong. And then also at the same time, you can trigger combo attack, instant proc combo attack very, very often, I think. And then it hits up to 3 enemy target troops nearby with cooldown of 5 seconds. So every I'm assuming this is going to proc every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds, guys. No, for every 8 basic attacks and counterattack damage. So every 9 seconds, you're doing a 3 target AoE of 400 damage factor, right? And if you're getting swarmed, that could go down to 6 seconds, which I think is pretty darn good. Like, you did talk about you did hear me talk about how Davis 200 damage factor 3 targets like circular AoE is kind of annoying. This is actually twice of that, so I think this is really, really good in my opinion. Personally speaking, especially given that this is combo, and especially given that this could be another engine for Rage. And then at the expertise, whenever this commander's troop reaches the maximum stacks of this, you gain 30 Rage immediately. And the troop deals 15% more combo attack damage and 10% more counter attack damage for 5 seconds. So this commander, in my opinion, and in my humble opinion, I think this commander replaces Attila completely, even in anti-swarm situation. Because, first of all, 2700 damage factor circular AoE is already really, really good against swarms. But also at the same time, this expertise, I think, is going to be on. This buff is going to be all the time, all the time, in my opinion. Which deals 15% combo attack damage and 10% more damage, counter attack damage. On top of that, you take 10% less damage. And you deal 25% extra damage to archers. And like, I don't know. I think this is enough counter attack damage, circular AoE, that you can do to the things around you to be basically as anti-swarm as possible, in my opinion. So much that I think, in terms of rally, I think everyone should be rallying with Subutai William Marshall or William Marshall Subutai in those orders. With that said, guys, I will personally put him probably up to S tier above David. Now, is he better than Gorgo? The only thing that is gonna stop him is the 100 less rage requirement that Gorgo has. I think he's that 2700 damage factor, circular AoE, with 400 extra combo damage to circular AoE, with 75% stats, with 25% extra damage to archers, 10% damage reduction, 10% damage bonus, normal damage bonus, and then 15% counter attack damage. I think he does deserve the very best spot for the rally garrison, in my opinion. Again, you guys just heard me lay out everything that is super OP about him, right? This guy has 2700 damage factor circular AoE, has 25% healing reduction on the enemy troop, 25% archer damage bonus, 10% less damage taken, 35% attack bonus, up to 40% extra defense on top of that, which is 75% total stats total, on top of 400 damage factor, combo attack that hits up to 3 targets around you, and defense reduction on the enemy up to stat 30%. Right? Now I think about it, I have not seen so much just like lists of things that a rally commander does in a single commander. I think this is probably the right place. Again, like, am I dreaming because I'm a Cap simp, guys? Okay, 2700 damage factor, 25% healing reduction, 35% cavalry attack, up to 40% extra defense, up to 30% defense reduction, 25% damage to bonus to archers, 10% damage reduction, 400 damage factor, combo attack to 3 nearby targets, 30 rage gain, 15% combo attack damage bonus, 10% counter attack damage bonus. Like no matter how much, what kind of scenarios that you actually put in, I don't think there is a way that this commander is weaker than any of the other commanders. Well, let's look at Gorgo, because Gorgo is our main girl, right? 2300 100 less rage, 2300 damage factor, 10% normal damage bonus, 10% counter attack damage bonus, but it's 3 seconds. Skill damage taken reduction, 40% attack bonus, and then conditional 30% normal damage bonus, 300 damage factor smite damage, 30% health. Whenever you deal smite damage, you deal 30% more normal combo damage bonus, and then you get mighty shield when you're low, and attack reduction. I mean, she's good. She is good. Is Gorgo better? Is this the right play? Like, aside from Pincer 2.0. Aside from Pincer 2.0, is this the better way? I think, because we have to consider, like, the Delta 2.0 is going to eventually roll out too. But as a commander's power level, is that better or worse? It's very interesting. I think we'll have to see. I think for now, Gorgo is going to be better. Yeah, I think the spot that basically stops me from putting William Marshall above Gorgo is because of this 100 rage requirement reduction. This, you don't get this anywhere almost. This is huge. This is huge. That 1 second off of your skill cycle that is given. Yeah, let's end this like here. I think this is the right one. I think this is the right tier list that we could actually have. That's why I was gonna say Delta 2.0 would elevate him for sure. If that's the same case as what Pincer 2 did, yeah. So I think once Delta 2.0 does come around, I think William Marshall will basically be able to destroy almost anything. But right now, let's just put Gorgo at the top. That 100 less rage requirement is just too OP. William is definitely an archer killer though. Do you think he could be counter rally for archer rallies? I definitely think so. You could even like run Attila William Marshall, and that would have no weakness in terms of anti-swarm too. Well, you guys know I've been running Attila's Achilles too, right? But like William Marshall would, I think, maybe Attila Achilles is better for instant procs. Cause like sometimes the anti counter rallies get swarmed down before you even use the active skill for the first time. So that's tough. I think that's something definitely we can actually check out once he is on. But okay, I'm very comfortable with this tier list as is. All right, guys, that was like an hour and 38 minutes of me just talking about rally garrisons. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the rest of the Esmeralda's prayer on the stream before I actually end the stream. But tier list, I think this is how I predict everything will go in terms of how the current meta is, as well as how the future meta will unfold with William Marshall and Ivan the Terrible in the game. I think this is a pretty reasonable list. I don't think I was cav simping at all. Although I do have like 2 cavalry commanders on the S tier. I think a lot of infantry sims are going to give me that and say, hey, like, what are you doing, man? Infantry is going to be the meta, but I think this is a pretty fair tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video, guys. Peace. All right, so that was interesting. That was fun. Achilles Marshall sounds like an interesting pair. Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, I might run Achilles Marshall in the field too. You know what I mean? Achilles Marshall on the field does sound really, really good too. I don't know. I could be just like, I could be dreaming. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and find the clues. Let's go ahead and find the clues. And let's go ahead and see if we can get the Esmeralda's prayer. Finish up, ready to go, guys. Ooh, overwhelming strength. What is this? 70 tickets? Guys, 70 tickets. I honestly don't even know what to get on the dailies actually on this account anymore. Maybe I should get the... Yeah, what do I even get on this account at this point? Ooh, clues. No, I'm okay for now for this. I need the riches unveiled. Treasure is in Victoria Province. Okay. I need to do Bar Force for 3. How many did I do so far? I did 9. Wait, that looks pretty doable though. Where's Victoria at? I feel like it's somewhere here. Yeah, wouldn't you guys think that that's probably where it is? Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be somewhere here. It's gotta be somewhere here. Am I tripping, guys? Oh no, this is different shape. Okay. Oh, wait, I think this is it. I think this is it. There you go. Oh no. Wait, is this not it? That definitely does look like it. Oh no, but there's an alliance territory. My spin is finished. No, my spin is not finished until I say so. This is Victoria, right? Yeah, this is Victoria. I feel like it'll be somewhere here, though. I feel like it should be somewhere here. Am I tripping, guys? Oh, wait. Wait, is that a holy site? That is a holy site, isn't it? That is right next to holy site. How did I miss that? Okay, something that is very near a holy site. Is that it? That does look pretty promising. But it doesn't have alliance territory. They did say it's Victoria Province, right? And there's a water... There's a water pond nearby that looks actually like this. It should be right here, I think. I think it should be somewhere here. It's zoomed out a little bit because they don't want me finding it. You found it? Check chat. Wait, which one? Group chat? Send me. Where's the course? $91.4. Oh my god, Jess. You're the best. Yes. Yes. Wait, where was this? Oh, it was in the territory. Okay. Yes, Jess. All right, two more spins. Let's go. I think we got this, guys. One at a time, because I might actually land in one of those resources. It might increase my odds. Let's go. Come on. Okay. My odds are better. Come on, let's go. Oh my god. Jess, how did you know this? Are you from Lilith, man? Okay. 5 legendary materials. 12,000 gems worth of materials, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, guys. Maybe tomorrow. This is bad. I know, guys. This is bad. Maybe I get a double inscription here? with special inscription? Get out of here. Where is my free 500 AP? Ay. Do I have something that I can upgrade? I can. I have the lame upgrades here. I do have the lame upgrades here. Ay. Doesn't Esmeralda come back soon though? I think Esmeralda doesn't come back. It's Esmeralda is once a season, I think. So yeah, Esmeralda doesn't come back that often. Every like 3 months ish. But anyways, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll probably wait until tomorrow to see if I can finish that, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to edit that other video for the tier list, Rally Garrison tier list, and post that up on YouTube today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hold on. Don't go yet. Hold on. Maybe, just maybe, we'll do the one last gamba before we go. And I'll try my best. I try my best for the last reroll of the armament for the day. Let's see what we can get here, guys. Come on, 3.5% defense. 3.5. Troop load. God. Troop load. Well, that's it. That's a way to end the stream, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video / live stream. And if you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel, guys. As always, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Peace out. And let's go ahead and see if I can find you a streamer to raid, guys. I think Mafu might be online right now. Yeah, let's see if we can raid someone. Who do you have here? Who do you have? Normlord is on. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys to Normlord. Alright, guys. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed the heck out of this stream. And as always, guys, I'll see y'all in the next stream, guys. Peace!